नमो वीतरागाय
नमो वितरागाय
नमो अरिहंताणम
नमो श्रीहंताणम
नमो सिद्धाणम
नमो सिद्धाणम
नमो आयरियाणम
नमो आयरियाणम
आयर्याणम
नमो वत्सायाणम
नमो वत्सायाणम
नमो लोये सव्व साहुणम
नमो लोये सव्व साहुणम
ऐसो पंचन मुक्कारो
ऐशो पंचन मुक्कारो
सौवपाभपणासणो
सव्व पाप प्रणाशनो
मंगलाणं च सव्वेसें
मंगलाणं च सौवेशे
पडमं हवै मंगलम्
परमं हवै मंगलम्
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
वासुदेवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय
ओम नमः शिवाय
जय सच्चिदानंद
जय
जय
सच्चिदानंद।
सच्चिदानंद।
Jai Sachidanand. We were going to do the Ishat on Vyavasthit Shakti and Syadwad. Anybody?
Yes, Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand.
Yeah, so I have previously also told I have experiences with Dada Bhagwan. It is giving me sahajta. Other than that, I cannot explain in detail because it's not easy to describe in words. I have a lot of questions, and with questions I give small experiences. Regarding Syadwad, question and experience, can I present if you permit?
You have any experience you want to share, or you want to questions?
Both goes hand in hand, you know. Small experiences. It will come with questions, you know. So they could miss a particular instance I will tell, and with that question also is there.
Yeah, if you can share experience first and then question, will be better.
So it goes hand in hand actually, you know. So
okay, let us see.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
So you know, regarding this Syadwad, you know, the experience is like that I meet people, you know, so so there is some network problem here. So
you're not audible. At least it's not audible to me.
No,
can you hear me?
Kashyap ji, your voice is breaking.
Yeah,
your voice is breaking. You have to change your location. You may have to change your location, please.
Network problem. Yeah, can you hear me?
No, I think everybody can hear. I can hear him properly.
I can also hear him. It's quite audible.
સારું બોલો મને તો તૂટે છે
તમારો ઇન્ટરનેટ Pulinanandji?
એકલા તમારો દીપકાનંદ ફાઇન આવે છે.
Oh, we can hear you proper clearly. Okay. Kashyap, let's see. Can you talk? See?
Okay, let's see. But there is a network problem at my end today, you know, so, but it might happen. I don't know. So, okay, let us try. So,
one minute. Pulinanandji, can you hear him now?
Yes, better.
Okay, fine. Okay, go ahead, Kashyap.
So, regarding the Syadwad, around me, when I see people and see their viewpoint, there was a very good poster which came with Syadwad hoye, tya vad na hoye, vivad na hoye, vaday na hoye. English translation. So here the vad is there. Vad is always there. Means vad is there usually in our interactions which we see. Means and Dadaji also said, okay, vad is there, but vivad and prativad should not be there. That is not acceptable. Dadaji said. So, but when I see, my around me, my parents are there, and around me, Mahatmas are there, and Aputras are there. Okay, now let us see the three, and me, I am there. So let us see the three viewpoints of these three. So and friends are there. So, for example, the friends and families, their thinking is more gross, okay. So they for example, they believe in, they say that there is a creator, for the someone created, and they say that they believe in, for example, my parents, they believe in strong believers of Mataji, okay. So and for example, on the other hand side, Mahatmas and Aputtas, strong beliefs of Dada Bhagwan. Okay, so there is
your device is ready to pair.
So there is a difference of opinions, clear-cut difference of opinion, and for me also, my opinion is also a vad, which we say, if we say viewpoint vad, there's viewpoint. So there is a difference of opinion for me also as well. So I have a different viewpoint that I tend to go according to Dadaji's Vani, Okay. So for example, let us see that for I can do 24 hours listen to that and means Apt Putras and Mahatmas, most of them, they would like to listen Dada Bhagwan Asim Jajekar 24 hours. Okay. So which will not be acceptable to my friends and family. They will rather prefer Mataji Nasim Jajekaru for 24 hours. Okay. So for example, so here this is my experience and question also. If I ask you that, say for example, you are invited Rajniji or Pulinanandji or Deepakanandji. There someone says that, okay, come to we have a function where we are singing praise of Mataji, the Mataji Nasim Jajekar ho. So will you attend?
Your question for Aptaputra?
For you also and for Apputra also.
Okay, let's Aptaputra. Pulinanandji? Pulinanandji, Sambrano Badu? Okay. Pulinanandji is frozen.
He's frozen.
Yeah, Deepakanandji, go ahead.
I will definitely go anywhere where I'm invited because there is no obstruction or any reasoning for me not to go. And because it is a kind of invitation, I will definitely go because these are different worships which leads to the center, that is pure soul realization. So I don't find any problem. In fact, whenever I attend such programs, which I have attended and I have been attending and I will be attending, I get a different insight about of Dada Bhagwan itself. Any science that science gets manifested in very many different forms. It is science, but that science for a kindergarten student is put in a different format. For first standard, it is different format. Fifth standard, it is different format. 10th standard, it is different format. And for PhD, it's a totally different format, but it is still the science. So one who has really known this science of absolutism, he will never have any problem going anywhere, accepting anything, any belief, any faith, because that center is absolute. But what
Okay.
we have problem or we end up with the problem is the circle.
And
But that circle is always with the center.
one step ahead, if someone asks you to arrange such program, then
So what? If I'm part of that group, I will attend and I will arrange also. Oh, what do I receive? Dr. Kashyapji, it is like if on my worldly side I am associated with some religious group. There are many people who are, associated with Jain group or Hindu group. They do arrange as per the requirement of the group because he or she holds a particular position in the group. And at times they have to arrange things, they have to manage things, and they have to attend those things also. And absolutely, they don't have any problem, they don't have any reservation. And in fact, I have seen particularly that, in fact, I get a wonderful insight that what a wonderful these absolute individuals, Jnani Purush and Tirthankar.
but in your friends and family, there must be who are not associated with Dada Bhagwan, right?
Yes, many, many. But when I go there, I blend myself over there. And although I'm totally into Dada Bhagwan, you can say, because I'm a Aptaputra with Dada Bhagwan. So it's a very different uh, understanding, position in our organization, and still I go and attend. There's no problem, and I don't make them feel also. And in fact, I don't feel myself that way at all. Absolutely. In fact, I am telling you, I really get wonderful insight about Dada Bhagwan through those that they are trying to tell the same thing, but in a different words, in different format. So it's like, I just try to uh, uh, give you a kind of justification what Dada has said. Dada has said everybody's language is complete, but their understanding is incomplete. So when their understanding becomes complete, then their language will get connected or it will reflect their understanding in totality. For example, uh, certain religion don't believe in destiny. They don't believe in reincarnation, rebirth, but they say that uh, they believe in luck and unluck. So what is that? Luck and unluck is nothing but destiny, and destiny means what was caused previously is coming now, and whatever is getting caused now will come in the future. But we don't have any differences. But here is where Dada Bhagwan has revealed this fact. It's a wonderful fact that everybody's language is complete, understanding is incomplete. For example, I have no problem with that understanding. Christianity says Christ is going to resurrect. And what is resurrection? What is resurrection in principle? Rebirth. But we have no problem. They don't believe in rebirth, we have no problem. But what they say as resurrection, Christ is going to come back. What those words mean? Do you understand? So, Syadwad, and with that understanding and living as Syadwad, you will not have any problem anywhere, irrespective of place, time, people, religion, you name it. And that is it.
When I took my parents to Tivri, and they didn't actually like it, because there's a different atmosphere, Okay, so there you may have to sing Dada Bhagwan Nasim Jai Jaikar. They don't like Dada Bhagwan Nasim Jai Jaikar. It's clear cut, Okay, so they don't believe in Dada Bhagwan. Okay. So now, so they don't like the atmosphere of Tivri, and they don't like it.
Right? So there's no problem. They need not like everything. Because everyone, see, one more thing what Dada has clarified. First thing, who comes across Akram Vignan? Who comes across Akram Vignan? One who has reached or crossed that layer of 1300,000, 50,000, and then it's 135,000. So 13 lakh 50,000 layer. Last 50 are eligible for Akram Vignan. So if other people come, they may not like it, but they will like the surrounding, the atmosphere that is there. And many people have experienced it, irrespective of their belief. And there is no problem. When I started, I did not have any understanding of that, but as I started understanding things, I started liking it because I started experiencing the divinity and the benefits of Asim J.J. Karo, and I have started doing it regularly.
And further, because when they went there, and further when they went there, so there are different groups in the Dada Bhagwan, as we know. So so sometimes Mahatmas, they speak about each other groups, So they didn't like that also. So that because one group speaks so they didn't like it, So I'm just telling, see my point here is that
their vision, Doctor, their vision is very much worldly. If their vision becomes like Dada Bhagwan or something to that level, then they will never have any problem.
So that's what
why talk about groups? I'm saying why talk about groups? Individuals, every Mahatma is living with a different uh, state of beliefs. So we have no problem. That's why that adjust everywhere factor comes. But one who has digested and understood Syadwad, at least to some extent, his effort or her effort will be there to adjust, to accept, and to blend themselves with the surrounding, whatever the situation is there.
Yeah,
you understand? And wherever he is not able to adjust or she is not able to adjust, due to Pratikraman.
So
I don't think Syadwad is for oneself.
Yeah,
not for everyone.
What I'm saying is that, see, this is Jain, so this is Jain philosophy, okay. So, and they follow Mataji, so there's a they say this is different,
I understand. Dr. Kashipji, people really do not have complete information about Mataji also. So it is like, for example, let me tell you that Krishna Bhagwan, Lord Krishna, his connection, association with Tirthankara, Neminath Bhagwan, is not known to the Vaishnavas. So they only know this much picture. But when they know the complete picture, then they will accept everything.
No,
Do you understand?
What happens is that everyone thinks they know complete picture, So
you have to accept kindergarten guy when he say A for apple, you are right.
Yeah.
Don't hate that.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, that is what I found. The only thing is that we have to, who has to, be at peace. They have to adjust. That is the most important thing which I
Okay,
understand.
let me tell you one more thing. Dada Bhagwan all his life dealt with, as per what level he was, dumb people. But he knew these are the only people I have, and I have to pass the same vision to them. So he lived in such a way that everyone accepted him. And today everybody is remembering him, but nobody lived as per his vision. Do you understand that? But everybody remembers Dada Bhagwan. Oh my God, Dada Bhagwan. Everybody feels that he is my God.
I did
So this is what.
for their Gyan Vidhi, I did insist, but after that I didn't insist. Okay, so they took.
Even if there are many people who have attended Danvidi, but then they attended and then that's it, and they are not doing anything, but that timing has not come. If when the timing comes, they will join the mainstream. So don't worry about that. What I'm saying, we feel that if.
Yeah, so this is
Go
one
ahead.
example which I said that means the thing is here when you go to Shivir, okay, so it is a not a means it is a fixed thing, so as events are fixed and everything is fixed, okay, so only what I'm trying to say is that see when you go to Shivir, it is fixed, so there is no scope. Other people, if they don't agree with that, then they don't come in. Okay, so there is no flexibility also in there.
Dr. Kashyapji, anybody attending our Shivir can always ask any question relating to any belief, any religion. Nobody has said no. But if they are not comfortable and if they don't come, it is not our problem. Do you understand that? We have never said, guys who have only got the Gnan Vidhi which should come, or those who are realized should come. No, it is open to all. Open to all. So everyone gets a chance to begin somewhere. And if they are of that level, naturally they will have that acceptance. Okay, one more thing. What we come across so many people. There are places where we have gone repeatedly, and many of them have attended our sessions several times. Still, they are not ready for Samarpan Vidhi. And there are others who just meet us casually and they want it. And they have taken it, they have gone into it. And they have started experiencing also. They started saying, dreaming Dada Bhagwan. Have we done anything? No. It is Dada's divinity which is working and his connectivity and his state which is helping him. But those people who are not coming or they don't like to come, not that they are wrong. Eventually, their time will come and they will come. So we don't have to worry about that. Never, never. We shouldn't have the slightest, I will say, negativity for that.
And
Then that is our
one
wisdom.
thing here is means we say that that God is not the creator, and when like when we say, so he said we have not seen it, we have not seen. They go according to the senses, okay, my friends and family, they go according to the senses. They say we have not seen God, so we don't know what will happen after this life, so if we see if we have some proof, if we remember our past life, or we know about the future life, then we can do think about this thing. Otherwise we don't think about this thing. So they want visible proof, sense proof,
Again, this science is not for the world. But for the world, this science needs to be put in their format. That's why it is said in their lexicon, when this same science is put, it will be accepted by them, it will help them progress, and ultimately they will reach the same level of understanding what we have reached. Do you understand? So here we don't have to be disappointed or rather even have any negativity or any lapse. No, it's like when a 10 years guy asks, what is the meaning of moksha? You can't tell them, go to Siddha Kshetra and all that. For him or her, for that age, you have to convey the same message of liberation which is understood by the kid. And if a guy, college, he or she comes and asks you, what is moksha? Your answer will be different, but it means the same. And it will help the person progress from where he or she is there. Same thing, if a PhD guy comes, that level of understanding, then you will talk of that level of experience.
They
You know,
want to
one
know, they want to know what happened we say that there's a past life and there's a future life, so they want to know remember what happened in the future past life, then they will accept that. So which we are not capable. I don't think.
Dear Dr. Kashyapji, what is my result today? I failed. What does that indicate? That I didn't study well. And if I say that was wrong, that is wrong, then there is no other proof. The result itself proves the causes. Do you understand? So we have to accept certain level of their understanding and leave it to them. Don't try to even reveal certain facts, although they are absolute truths. But if it is, or the way you need to convey to them where it is they are able to understand, where they are able to comprehend. Otherwise, it is waste of time. You can't explain to these 10 and 15 years guys about moksha, what is liberation and all that stuff. No, you go to that level, pass that information at their level and show them the next step from there. That there lies the wisdom of someone who is guiding them. Do you understand? Someone in kindergarten, you guide him to go to the first grade. Someone in 10th grade, you guide him to go to 11th grade. Someone in PhD, try to guide him further.
Yeah.
And if you are passing the same monotonous message, it will not be reached, it will not be accepted, and it will not help the other person also. Although you are right, not that you are wrong, but what is the level of the other? What Dada said, he was sitting with Tirthankara, that his level of understanding was there. And what he said, I came to your level, made you understand, and uplifted you to that level. He has given the vision which he has said that I am in the second step of 12th Gunasthana. And we are put in the first level of 12th Gunasthana.
So
But
I
our
understand
outside
this is all,
relative yoga.
I understand this is my weakness, so I am not fully having the
No, don't accept that as weakness. What I believe, we have to understand the other person's level. Although you are at a very high level, but you have to learn to put what Dada used to say, counter pulley, come to his level, make him understand that I'm like you only. And then he will accept, and then you uplift him. He will not even know that you uplifted him. And then he will start accepting and experiencing the same thing what you are experiencing.
Yeah, I'm trying with that only. I'm trying the files for the files, and I try for that, and that's my effort.
Let me tell you what I have understood. Many things need not be verbalized, but when they see that quality life in you, they will start accepting you. Don't be a talking satsang. don't verbalize satsang. Dada never verbalized his satsang, let me tell you that. And whatever he verbalized, none of, and very few, I will say, because I have no authority or right to talk about others, but very few people understood his level of experience. But everyone got attracted to his compassion, his love, and his dealing, which they never forgot. And that was what the greatest attraction. And they repeatedly visited him. Not that if they visited yesterday, they said that today, if I don't go, it's okay. No, 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 I have to go today also. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand. Okay, so I think I've taken a lot of time. So, Rajiji, thanks.
No,
Okay,
don't
Kashyap
talk any
Deepakanji,
to yourself.
let us hear from
Yes, yes, please.
Pulinanandji.
Yes, yes, definitely, definitely.
Let's hear
Yes.
from Pulinanandji now.
See,
Pulinanandji.
Dr. Kashyap ji, so if I broadly understand your question, difficulty of how to reconcile viewpoints with, in one case, your parents, and in one case, your friends. As far as your parents' experience, you were saying that you brought them to the Shibir, but since they were followers of Mataji and they had to chant Dada Bhagwan, they were disturbed and they could not even, have a chance to ask any questions and all. So the answer is very clear. It's very clear. First thing, anytime you bring such a person in a Shibir, if although the format of the timing is there, but they are always free to ask questions relating to their beliefs and what they are unable to reconcile to the facts that are being spoken about in the Shibir during the satsang, or even in between this thing, after the classes, there are gaps during lunch or maybe tea break or before or after. So during those times, they can have a one-on-one sitting with, and they can be more free to voice out their concerns and their beliefs and how it is the same, or how Dada Bhagwan can help them in their discipline. So that is as far as the format and structure. Then regarding
What if they
Mataji,
don't have any question? What if they don't have any question?
they don't have any question. If they don't have any question, that is fine. You see, our attempt is to bring them. Now, if the time is ripe, it will get accepted now. If the time is not ripe, it will get accepted later on. Now, you have raised many points. Let me see how much I can cover. Then, as far as Mataji, you asked whether you will attend such functions and all that. Yes, in fact, I have attended this Mataji functions, the one full day functions they call as Nauchandi Yagna and things like that. And it helps us a lot. There is absolutely no conflict because Mataji is a very essential and helpful Devi for our Prakriti. So we can go and participate very well with Dada's divine vision and go for our venerating Mataji, asking for strength from Mataji regarding our Prakriti purification and all things like that. So it's not an issue. The more we are anchored in the center and understand it, then we can accept faiths of all types, different faiths, Mataji, Krishna, etc. Because we know what Krishna wants to say, we also know what Mataji wants to say or Mataji stands for. That is number two. So number three is we can ask them, you believe in Mataji, very good. Then ask Mataji that may I get the same inner happiness that you are experiencing? May I get permanent happiness? Ask Mataji for strength that I don't want to hurt, may I not hurt anybody with mind, body, and speech. Give them the same thing in their understanding or what they in their beliefs, For example, recently I came across about a fortnight ago a couple, after Mahatma's only, the daughter also Mahatma, this thing, and then she got married to someone, and then about 10 years down the line, they are married since, approximately, I'm saying. And he had a very funny experience to narrate. So obviously, we are all keen that even the son-in-law or the husband also tries to get the benefit of Dada Bhagwan and Akram Vignan. They were abroad, so they were sometimes Apta Utra would visit them on and off once in a year or this thing, or in India also. And he said that whenever I attended satsang or whenever Aptaputra came and all, my next day went very bad. It was miserable. So now I'm a little skeptical of attending such satsangs. He doesn't have any allergy. He's not against it, but he says this is my experience. So that has scared him little bit. But he has respect for Dada Bhagwan and this thing. He's not against it. So then in the duration of talk and discussion, I found out that what do you believe in? He said, I believe in Krishna a lot. I understand, try to understand Gita. When I'm on my way to work in the car also, I have some Krishna bhajans and things like that. Then I said, very good. Then you continue with Krishna, I said. You pray to Krishna Bhagwan and also tell him that Lord Krishna, whatever you told to Arjun, please give that information or gnan to me. Whatever soul experience you are having, please give me that soul experience. So because Krishna and Dada and all are all one because they have the same this thing. So when I told him all that, then he felt very happy. This is something which gels with me, and it remains with his faith. And ultimately, the more he asks for Krishna, and he aligns with the viewpoint of Krishna Bhagwan, he'll automatically lead him to the true Krishna, that is the soul Krishna, the Shuddhatma Krishna. And then that will automatically bring him back to what we are trying to also share with people, that you are the pure soul and the pure soul.
Then why we don't say Krishna Bhagwan Nasim Jai Jaikar if they are the same?
Well, what we can say is this has been given to us by our spiritually enlightened master, and since the soul was opened up or manifested in him, and he was known by Dada Bhagwan, then we tell him Dada Bhagwan means the soul that is within you. It is not Dada Bhagwan, the A.M. Patel or the body form that we see. It is the soul whose Jai Jaikar we are saying. And we can tell them that the soul is common or the same, whether it is in Dada Bhagwan, Krishna Bhagwan, Swaminarayan Bhagwan, cat, dog, you and me. The soul is same. So then we are praising the soul and not the body form, then that allergy may go away. That allergy, it's the same thing. And what I tell is that if I do glory to the soul within me, within all each and every living creature, within the soul, then I am doing glory to the souls of all lords. So then in a way, I am also praising my own Lord, which I believe, say Krishna Bhagwan, say Shiv or Shiv, whatever. So this is one logic which could perhaps be given.
So if we say,
And
if
if they are comfortable with Krishna Bhagwan JJ, let them do it. Fine, it's the same thing. But then tell him that you pray to the God within and ask for permanent happiness. Ask for that soul vision. Ask for that liberation from unhappiness.
if in the Shiver we say Krishna Bhagwan Nasim Jai Jaikar Ho, so maybe he will be accepting that.
No, see, that's not right. That's not right. We have to tell him what Dada Bhagwan means. It is equivalent to Krishna Bhagwan because the soul is the same in both. If that is properly explained to the person and the person is convinced, then it might help them. And supposing for some reason they're still not convinced, never mind. Keep it on hold because it all means they have got some punya. So they have come all the way to the Dada Bhagwan, all the way to the Shibir, but the time has not ripened that they accept or get the benefit of the Gnan.
But
So,
for example, there's a JSS Jachi Janansi where they 24 hours Krishna Bhagwan Nasim Jai Jaikar. What will be the effect?
see, it will not help them because they will still do the Krishna Bhagwan Asim Jayakar Ho the way they are used to seeing Krishna Bhagwan. They are still used to seeing Krishna Bhagwan the body form. They still believe that this is the Krishna Bhagwan, this is the body form, and this is the true God. Whereas what we are trying to say is something much higher order. We are talking of Krishna, the permanent soul Krishna. And we are trying to bring them from that relative to the real. But everybody's development is not the same. Everybody's development on a different scale. So for them, it is right. For them, it is right. Just listen, just listen, just listen, just listen. You see, it is like the time is not ripened. Same thing happened with Dada Bhagwan. When he started initial Akram Vignan, he used to smoke hookah also. He would wear that garland. So those who are Punyashali, those whose time had ripened, they accepted him the way he was and understood that he is a Gnani and he will emancipate me, he will give me the soul vision and things like that. And those who saw the external body form, how can such a person be a Gnani? He is wearing dhoti, he is wearing coat. How can he be a Gnani? He is smoking. How he can be? He is a householder, he is a married person. How he can be a Atma Gnani? So some people went back. So maybe that time was not ripened. They could not experience the inner state, you see. And those whose time were ripened, in spite of all this, they accepted him. So this is we have to make an attempt, see what their time is, try to explain the meaning and depth of what Akram Vignan stands for, and leave it at that. And wherever possible, I told you, whatever faith they believe in, say Mataji or say Krishna, as I said, then tell him how he can go forward in his own belief and in his own faith, how he can go forward and achieve what we want him to achieve. Ultimately, you whatever God you believe in, it ultimately is leading to know who you are, your true identity, your pure self. You see,
What
everybody.
he said is very profound. You know that sometimes you just have to remain quiet. You know that is more effective than words. You know, so that I think is the most apt.
So when we are unable to convince them, then that is the last resort. Number one, and number two, pray. If you feel so, pray that hey Dada Bhagwan, may they benefit from Akram Vignan.
That is also one. That is what one thing which you.
So that is the best. You know what? It is to elevate our suffering that my friends, my parents, my relatives are not able to get the benefit that I have got. That is to elevate our difference. But anyway, goodwill always works. Goodwill always works because Dada Bhagwan had the same goodwill. He wanted everybody in the world to be free from all sufferings and miseries and all. Akha jagat na jivo sukh shanti ne pamo. So that's how his desire is now being manifested. So our desire will also get manifested sometime in future, you know.
Correct.
And we will also be at peace. And then we have to wait and watch when the punya plays out. Let us see. And when they achieve the truth. But reinforce them in their beliefs, you know, that is the biggest thing. And tell them, give them a slight direction. Your friends don't believe in rebirth or not, okay, never mind. You believe in this birth, na, you want happiness, na, then you desire or you pray to whichever God you believe in. Get permanent happiness.
Parents accept 3 mantra, they accept it, you know, so that is what I have able to, that is what they accept.
Whatever they accept, let them accept, and then they ask them, basically, even if you sow one seed inside them, one seed, ask them to pray for permanent happiness. Everybody seeks happiness, but it's all temporary, fleeting, bhakti, this, whatever. Ask them, whatever God, belief, master you believe in, just ask, seek for permanent happiness, full stop. That permanent happiness desire, if they do it even sincerely, it will automatically lead them to a Gnani Purush who has got that inner happiness or the permanent happiness, and they will ultimately come over here. As simple as that. We have to repackage our whole thing in their terminology or in whatever concept they understand. That's the key. That's the key.
Thank you very
much. Jai Sachin.
Okay, Jai
I'd like to
Sachin.
add one more thing. Just Raji Dada, in very presence of Dada Bhagwan, on the 25th anniversary of the Gnan acquisition of Dada Bhagwan, that was in 1983. It so happened that Jasubai Vakil, a very senior Mahatma of Dada Bhagwan, he had asked Dada Bhagwan that, Dada Bhagwan, we have been saying, reciting Dada Bhagwan Asim Jitikaro. Can we Asim Jitikaro? Dada said, did you see similar Swami Bhagwan? No, Dada. For you, Dada Bhagwan is Pratyaks. For me, Simandar Swami is Pratyaks. So if I say Simandar Swami Nasin Jitikaro is fine. But for you, I am Pratyaksh, so you have to say Dada Bhagwan JSS. Did you understand? So there are certain things what Dada has also revealed and clarified very precisely, and there is no ambiguity, absolutely. And if someone says, as Pulinanandji says, if you want to say Krishna Bhagwan Asim Jijikaro, you can continue doing it, that, but understand the science. If you have seen Krishna Bhagwan and recite that, then it will benefit you. But if it is not, also, when Arjun came to Lord Krishna didn't say that Ram Bhagwan, Lord Rama has said and revealed everything. Go to him and get your answers. Or he has revealed everything, you'll find your answers. No. He interacted with him, dealt with him, uplifted him, passed on gradually. His understanding grew and finally he surrendered. And that's when he gave him the divine vision. So this is one. So certain times there is no need for any argument. We don't also have to get confused. But understand clarity, the principle with which Dada has given us certain things. And when that gets clarified, I don't think so there should be any problem. Jai Satchidanand.
Hey, Sachidanand, we can talk more about this. We can share a lot of experience. My experiences. We have, we had seminars. We had brought different people, religion to come and talk in our HRCR for seminars. We went to a lot of conferences where we talked about Dada Bhagwan. And so there are a lot of stuff in here where we are living. There are 167 Indian families. Okay. And there's wide variety of different stuff. We attend some program, we don't attend some program. Whatever is convenient, we do it, and we don't have any problems because that's what understanding we have about Vitrak Vignan. That and like both Arthur says, the more we go into that, the more depth we understand their other philosophy of their religion. And that makes us much better also understanding our Vitrak Vigyan. Anyway, I can talk more about the specifics also, but we've done a lot of mixing around with a lot of other communities. Anyway, Miraben, Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand Pulinanandji and Deepakanandji and Rajnikant Dada, Jai Satchidanand Mahatmas. I only wanted to say I raised my hand long time back because to Kashyapji's point, the thing that helped me, and it's dual. It's a duality that I'm going to say. One is that with Dada's Jnana, for me, all religions, every worship that happens brings me closer to my Shuddhatma, because we know that that is there. It's like just like Pulinanandji or Deepakanandji was saying, I may be in 8th grade, but going back to kindergarten and learning is always good for me. So always it feels like I'm learning new things because Dada's constantly opening these new things. So there must be a reason. Vyavasthit is taking me to that place only, no? Vyavasthit is telling me that you have to be, there's some reason I'm in this, going to this whatever church, or somebody is coming to me and asking me about something, or even my own parents who have taken Jnana, but they are still in uh, very ritualistic Hindu practice. I cannot say that they're wrong. They're not wrong. They are absolutely correct. But when I sit in that puja with them, I feel the presence of Dada more. So that's one aspect. The second aspect is, and Kashyapji, to your point, what has helped me, just say everybody is correct. Don't argue with them. If they say something, just like Pulinanandji said or Deepakanandji said, they say Jai Mataji, you also say, yeah, that's right. They Jai Mataji, because we are praising only the Shuddhatma in a different name, right? It doesn't mean that we are different. No one is different. Everybody is the same. But I mean, I'm speaking in I am not Dada by any sense, but Dada's experience has so changed me that it is I understood after sitting in satsang and listening to all the Aptaputras and Dadaji that you know what? We are here, and we're always learning, and the learning is lovely. And that's all I have to say. Thank you, Jay Satchidanand.
Thank you, Chan. Thank. Also, just talking about what Miraben just said, we have a very classic example of ourselves, Dr. Radhe. Okay, he got gone. He was very close to Dada Bhagwan, and he was very, very much in ritualistic
Worship,
every
worship,
day.
Krishna,
I'm sorry. Yeah, practice. Yeah, and
worship.
Dada Bhagwan had told him, you can correct me, Apta Putra, that they still they continue what you came up. I mean, that's your Puntgal, just continue with that one. So Dada Bhagwan never discouraged him from doing that either. So, and my example, I was not, I lived in Pittsburgh, but I went to another town with a family and all that stuff. And I had hired 500 people out of the 250 were Indians. So we used to be, I get invited. So one day I was sitting at one, in fact, is a relative of Butts, Deepakanandji. So he, and on his table was Dada Bhagwan's book. So I just, I don't talk too much because was the boss. So otherwise people say, he said this thing. And I just looked at the book and Dada Bhagwan, and I just read continuously. And that time, fortunately, there were a lot of other Babas calling Dada Bhagwan. They were Bhagwans, okay? Not Dada Bhagwan. I said, oh, that's interesting. And I said, oh, there's another person saying, I'm a Bhagwan, okay? And then we went back when we went to Pittsburgh, you know. So the guy said, just take the book. So we took the book and put it. And then in Pittsburgh, one day I was going through my boxes and I came with a book. I read it, and then, of course, Vibhuti Ben and Prakash Bhai and Vasant Bhai, we met all of them. And my qualification or Agnanta got uh, refined and understanding got around, and that's why I'm in Dada Bhagwan. So this is this is my story, how it happened. So like Deepakanandji Pulian says, punya. I was destined with that punya. So at one time I read vibrations, and then when I came back to Pittsburgh, you know, I just fortunate to meet Vasant Bhai, Vidhuti and Prakash Bhai. So that's I want to explain Kashyap Bhai that this is what happened. Anyway, so all our time is almost up. Any parting remarks, Deepakanji, Pulitanji? Yeah.
I would like to share my experience very recently that uh, when we go to satsang, people call us. In fact, they said what had happened yesterday itself. And the program was to start at 4 o'clock, and I reached there at quarter to 4, and nobody showed up. I mean, those people who invited us, nobody showed up till 4:30. And after 4:30, 25 people came. But till then, this brief time I mean, from the time I read there and until they came, so many things went in my mind. And it was like, uh, I'll say terrible. So what I understand that you have to wait, rather not use that word wait, but you must have that patience to let Vyavasthit, the cosmic universal power of Vyavasthit Shakti, to unfold itself and let things happen. And when things happen, we had a wonderful satsang. But for that 45 minutes, it was a nightmare. What wild thoughts I came. I mean, I got those wild thoughts. That's what. So I understand that Vyavasthit Shakti, you must have that patience, and rather, Vyavasthit Shakti, the cosmic power, teaches us to develop that patience. And it says, give me time to work. Let me act in my way, my time. You don't plan yours. You can plan yours, and wait for me to let it happen. And then I have seen that ultimately what you desire definitely happens. But the time until which it happens is a challenge for everyone. Jai Satchidanand.
It's Pulinanandji?
Yeah, and then that's true. It's a very nice sentence that have developed patience for Vyavasthit Shakti to unfold.
I,
Basically, do our prayers or whatever intentions, desires for our spiritual growth, for others to attain this Gnan, and Vyavasthit will do the needful. Vyavasthit will do the needful. Yeah.
I want to share one of my experience. This long time back. In our family, I got Gnan, Ruben got Gnan, Sachin got Gnan, Amish didn't get Gnan. So, and he was studying in Bangalore. So we said, hey, we must get him Gnan. And then the lot of circumstances happened before we were able to bring him to Baroda, and Dadaji was there in Baroda, Kanu Dadaji, and get the Vidhi done. But that you had to wait, and so many circumstances, and we wait about a year before we can get it. But our like you said, our belief was firm that we must get him the Gnan, and he was ready. So anyway, so that's you're right. Vyavasthit Shakti and patience does the trick. And like Kashabai, we were in your same boat where we were trying to also bring people to Dada Bhagwan with us. We went through all of that stuff, and now it's just become automatic. We don't say anything, and they start coming. So that we tried a lot because we thought we knew everything. So we were trying to explain them, and we were not in a position to really explain the real meaning of Dada Bhagwan. And when people used to say, hey, it's a religion we have to defend, it's not a religion. It's a science for the pure soul. Anyway, Deepakanandji.
just quick. I met Dada Bhagwan in 1982 first time. And when I went to his satsang, I could not accept his philosophy or he could not accept what he said, uh, that he is the one who can give me moksha. And I thought that no, it is through my efforts only that I can acquire or attain moksha. And I had left without meeting him. First, I met him in the morning. I wanted to ask question, but when I went in the evening in satsang, this was my experience. I left without interacting with him, and then after 1 year in 1983, when I read one of his books, it was given by my neighbor, and then I realized my mistake. My God, this is the one I was looking for, and I have to meet him to clarify all my doubts. And that broke the barrier, and everything went through. And that's what I'm here. Jai Sachidanand. So
Okay.
if I took 1 year, there will be people even after meeting Dada Bhagwan. He made me recite Dada Bhagwan Asim Jijekaro for almost like 8 to 10 minutes. Jai Sachidanand.
Jai Sachidanand. Okay, I think, like you said, we should experience the wonderful Vyavasthit Shakti and the patience for the next week. I tell you, it's wonderful. I was going to talk about 10 examples today that I'm going through here in 1 week. That patience is doing everything. Dada Bhagwan is doing
I,
everything. Rajni is not doing anything. Everything is getting accomplished. It's
I
wonderful,
want
wonderful.
I want Dr. Lalita then also to share her experience because everyone is experiencing and she passed through so many phases uh, with her practice, medical practice. At the same time, at home, she had her mother-in-law was sick for a very long time. Her kids, all things. Dr. Lalita, then
Uh,
please.
Jai Sachidanand, Jai Sachidanand. I was listening to everything and I went through the same thing. Dada came here in 82 and there was all these sadhu sannyasis coming dime a dozen. And India Abroad used to be a magazine and there was one page of just ads as who was coming and what was their program, but nothing on Dada Bhagwan. And when Toruben said, Jnani aaya hai, aap aake miliye, you know. We didn't know what it was. And coming from a totally different background, South India, very ritualistic prayers and everything, you know, it was like a jolt to our, a shock to our systems, you know. Here's somebody saying something. First of all, language barrier. And we cut through all that, and Lalita was in her ignorance, and, you know, she said, and all this influence of reading all this, you know, this Swamiji is coming, that one is coming, you know, sign up for this, sign up for that. It's just too many thoughts going through my mind. And, you know, I even had the audacity to ask Dada, you know, the lot of religions are all established. Like Kashyap ji was saying, you know, Mata ji ka prayer, belief, or this thing. So I said, Dada, why we should follow this? Why we should follow you? And he just looked at me and he said, Tumhara atma kabul kare to tum le lo. Let me tell you, my whatever barriers that were just shattered. You talk about surgery that I experienced personally.
Yeah.
You know, internally I did Sashtang Dandat Pranam to Dada. I said, this is it. And then, because there was so much kach going on at home, you know, Maharaj aaye to ladies are not supposed to touch him. You know, there's a lot of achar to be followed. And, you know, he gives darshan when women are not supposed to go to the temple. All this kind of stuff was going on at home, and it just confused the heck out of me. When he said, come see me, this is about Atma, not about body, that just blew me away too. Because there's, you know, my mother-in-law is very strict. She wouldn't allow me near the puja room, wouldn't allow me to touch anything, anything. I mean, literally, I had to stay in my room for 4 days before I could enter the holy premises. So it was, he just blew everything out of the water. And that was my experience, you know. And, you know, and all his sentences, to me, they had the effect of atom bombs. They were just going off in a way that I've never heard such things before. How can he say this? And, you know, it was my realization that only somebody who's standing at the top of the mountain can say it. And everybody else is giving their viewpoint from where they are on the mountain. So that's my personal experience with Dada. Thank you for letting me voice that.
No, thank you. Very good. Very good. You need to chime in next week with your experience of Vyavasthit and how it happened.
More elaborate
And one thing
example.
I'd like to tell also, Kashyap, you know, anybody asks, you know, we say, I'm a Vaishnava, you know, I'm a follower of Krishna. I just tell them like that, you know, and then if more conversation comes, then introduce why and what is Dada Bhagwan. Other than that, I will go with Krishna, but that people who are not familiar with Dada Bhagwan. Okay, anyway, we can talk about our experience a lot, you know.
No, I just want to add this one thing, if you would please let me do this. You
Sure,
know,
sure.
the other was asking one of the non-Gujarati not Mahatmas, people that Taruban had invited. And he said, "Aap kisko mante hain?" And he said, "Hum Krishna Bhagwan ko mante hain." And at that time, we had just built a temple in Knoxville. We're talking in the 80s, you know. I mean, now there are temples all over the US, but that time they had just raised funds to build a temple in Knoxville. So Dada asked him, he said, "Aap Krishna Bhagwan ko dekhe hain?" He said, "Nahi, aapka kaisa lagta hai?" He said, "You know, he's wearing pitambar and he's got a murli. Is that how you see him?" And that, you know, I went home and I reflected on that. And I said, that's how we've been presented the picture of Krishna Bhagwan. He said, but that is some artist's conception. And, you know, Dada himself came to me in my dream and said, opened up the knowledge that Krishna Bhagwan is a state of being and not the physical being that you're looking at or worshipping, And this was my personal experience, which was, he was my favorite deity. And, when I gotten deeper into Dada, Krishna Bhagwan didn't even expose the levels that Dada has exposed. So, it's with Krishna's blessings that I'm in Dada's sabha. That's all I can say.
That's wonderful
In fact,
because
Dada is telling that all your past worships have earned you that credit which has brought you here to me, and that's how you got realization. Very good, excellent.
Lalitabhan,
State
thank
of
you.
being and
I
not.
mean, definition of Krishna, that was great. State of being. I mean, that is what there's a means person in presence. So that
Yes,
I mean
yes.
that
And,
that's
it literally, Dada, I kept, because Krishna, I mean, at the age of 20 in medical school, I lost a classmate of mine. And that came as such a rude shock. You go through life, you're only 20
yeah.
years old. You've seen death and dying in patients, but not one amongst your peers. And, my father gave me the Bhagavad Gita to read. He didn't even try to console me in any way. And from that time onwards, Krishna was my most favorite God.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, very good. Let's share this kind of experiences next time. It's wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Kashupai, for bringing out this your queries on this stuff and your experience you're going through. We can talk more about. We went through the same thing. Anyway, Deepakanandji, can you do 3 mantra, please? Everybody follow.
Yes. Namo Vitragai.
Namo
Namo
Vitragai.
Vitragai.
Namo Arihantanam.
Namo Arihantanam.
Arihantanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Namo Siddhanam.
Tanam.
Namo Ayariyanam.
Namo
Namo Ayariyanam.
Ariyanam.
Jayanam.
Namo Vajjayanam.
Namo Loe Savasahunam.
Namo
Namo Loe Sava Sahunam.
Ahunam.
Eko Panchanamukaro.
Eso Panchanamukaro.
Savapavapranashano.
Savapavapanasano.
Mangalanam Jasavese.
Mangalanam Chasavesam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Paramam Havai Mangalam.
Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Hey,
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Pulinanandji.
Jai
Satchidanand.
Satchidanand.
Deepakanandji Mahatma. Jai Satchidanand.
Jai
Thank
Satchidanand.
you. Jai
Bye-bye.
Satchidanand.